and we have the men's minus 58 kilogram. There it is on your screen. Quarterfinals and semi-finals. And we've got about 4 minutes to go before.
Encourage that and allow that to develop. And then we're going to have a chance to see how it develops here in this next contest.
Yes, it's the final quarter-final here before we get to the 4 semi-finals. So the fighters you've already seen, these are our officials. Fatih Çachikaş from Turkey is our centre referee.
For the last place in the semi-finals in this men's category under 58 kilograms. Representing Serbia, Milos Gladovic.
Milos Gladovic, 21 years old, from Serbia, makes his way to the stage. And the number 3 seed,
In blue, representing Portugal, Rui Braganca.
23 years old, 5'11", Rui Braganca, European champion at the 58 kilogram category. So he won here in Baku last year and was silver medalist at the World Championship 2011 in South Korea. Number 3 seed here and world ranked number 3 as well.
One of the great things about Rui Braganca, there's not a wonderful supporting network in terms of finance in Portugal for Taekwondo. He's done it self-funded. He made it to world number 1, near enough self-funded, trains out of his university. His coach there, Hugo Serrano, they work together. And, you know, it's been a bit of a fairy tale for him to get to that level. And he's still very much on the road to Rio.
That's incredible. When so many athletes have got serious Olympic funding behind them through their national governing body. And here he is. And he's made it to the very top level. And we're looking at filling the final quarter-final place. The winner of this quarter-final will fight against Mohamed Ketbi, who we saw earlier look very good against Max Cater. So no doubt both of these athletes will have watched that earlier bout and have been suitably impressed, because Ketbi certainly looks good.
And they're not wasting any time here. A couple of back kicks dropped in there for Gladovic and a punch. It's Braganca though with a couple of little sneaky shots on the inside there. That's a handy little 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that was pretty feisty, wasn't it? Everybody was looking at the punch from the Serbian, and meanwhile the Portuguese athlete just steals a couple of points off the body.
Tries a step through back there, does Gladovic. Couldn't quite manage it, but his shin guards come loose. Sees a shot there of Goran Petric, the coach from Serbia.
Gladovic is world ranked number 21. Braganca world ranked number 3. So Braganca's certainly the favourite here.
Yep, he has been as high ranked as world number 1, which is a source of great pride to him. But who will take the bragging rights? The spinning attempt there from the Serbian. Gladovic just spinning, dropping in the back kick. Just a whisker shot there with the technique. Gladovic, of course, a great fighter. And his sister, Dragana, she's going to fight on Wednesday. So a fighting family. He'll be hoping that he goes one better than his sister so he can wind her up in the flight on the way home, that's for sure.
Yeah. Braganca made the semi-final of the Taekwondo Grand Prix Manchester 2014, and he ran into the man who's actually absolutely dominating this weight, Farzan Ashur Falah, who's the world champion, and he's actually won every Taekwondo event he's competed in the last year. Wow, that's incredible. Another point for the Portuguese athlete. He's looking very, very comfortable here, isn't he? After the early bit of energy expended, these athletes have had to wait a long time. They've been waiting 2 hours in the wings while these other quarterfinals have taken place. They exerted a little bit of adrenaline out there, but it's Braganca who walks off after round 1 with 3 points to his name. He does look a pretty class act, doesn't he?
It's good quality, it's good value for that lead as well. Goran Petrovic here, the Serbian coach, is going to have to change things a little bit. The young Serb tried to spin a couple of times, tried a back kick a couple of times, but it was here on the short distance that Braganca, his concentration, that makes the difference there. And a rueful shake of the head, a tale of two coaches, Hugo Serrao much the happier, understandably. Well, he's not actually that tall, he's standing on a step there, so that'd be terrible if you watched across the ring and that was the guy. Yeah.
I'm going back to that African who was 6'9".
At, US Open.
The US Open. You know, he was a little baby. He had a little baby face, but he was 6'9" of him. And when he won the gold, beating Mohamed Cho in the final, he ran off into the stands to go and hug some friends who were with him. It was wonderful to see.
Didn't even have to take the stairs.
Here we go, second round. It's Rui Braganca of Portugal in blue with a healthy 3-0 lead against Milos Gladovic of Serbia.
It's a decent wee cushion, but we've seen so far that Gladovic likes to spin, and he knows the double points are up there for that. So he can pull himself back into it. He thought about it, but he walked into the front. There's a headshot though.
It was close.
A whisker away.
Yeah, he was looking for that. Of course, there's no card because he was looking for contact on the helmet, not on the face. And you can't play a card for that. If it doesn't connect and doesn't electronically register, then there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, this is good. These kicks are hard.
Just as well, they've got shin guards, arm guards, leg guards, groin guards and mouth guards.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're on guard at the moment, 4-0 to Braganca, and a nice little fake there from the Serb, trying to elicit a response.
The Serb's a good fighter, isn't he? There's no doubt he's a very complete fighter. This Gladovic guy, he's 21 in the world, so he's had some good victories to his name. You don't get into the world's top 25 or 30 without being a decent fighter.
No, for sure, and he's brave. I mean, he's in amongst it. He's had a few shots that have just sailed past the forehead of Braganca, but Braganca again, it's that you said the word at the start of the commentary, Adrian, clinical.
Yeah. And how fast was he there? That was a counter-attack against the Serbian. The Serbian came in, didn't score, and as they were separating, Braganca just picked him off.
Done it again.
And that left leg is absolutely electric. And another. And it's just like we were talking about getting food earlier. It's just like he's at the self-service, just helping himself to a little bit of yogurt, and he's just picking up points. And this is the perfect example of counter-attack.
Cherry picking them there, but you missed your chance.
Oh no! But this is the perfect example of counter-attack, isn't it? He's letting the Serbian come in, he's blocking it away, and then he helps him.
Well, it's the meeting of two bodies on the way in the mat there. Gladovic has just walked into it once too often, 7-1 down. Braganca, good value for it.
And yes, very good. Superb second round. And Gladovic walks off with his head down. And what do you say when you've got a class act like Braganca on the other side of the map? It's difficult.
Well, that's the job of Goran Petrovic here. He's going to have to say, you're almost there. He's getting closer. He has to continue to throw caution to the wind, but the difficulty is when you're smaller than your opponent and they've got that concentration, it's a very difficult sport.
Yeah, there you go. There's a perfect example, isn't it? The first attack came in, but Braganca comes in on the counter and just scores. Simple as. There wasn't anything in the way.
Now, clear shots there, stepping through with the back kick.
Well, Braganca looking very happy, and a high five with his coach already. He must be full of confidence here, and the Serbian coach still trying to give instructions. He needs more than a minute to give his instructions out. Here we go, final period. The last quarter-final of today. Wow. What a start, what a start. Braganca still scores another point.
But again, this is not, people think, oh, it's easy, he's just picked it up, and he ate 3 shots on the way in. The guy kicked him, Gladovic kicked him with full power, full ferocity 3 times. He blocked all of them and still had the presence of the mind and the temerity to drop the shot in.
Yeah. I'm absolutely looking forward to these semi-finals because we've seen some class acts in the quarter-finals, and Braganca versus Ketby is going to be an absolute classic. Braganca looks unbeatable here. He's just eating, as you say, he's eating everything up and then just helping himself to the odd point here and there afterwards. Doesn't need to go for the head kicks.
Good head kick there. Perfect execution there from Gladovic.
Gladovic needed the 3 points, and there's another for Kyungo. So, wow, suddenly, perfect example. How can Taekwondo change? 8-1 to 8-5, literally in 2 seconds.
But it's that eye of the tiger they talk about. I know it sounds like a cheesy thing to say, but Gladovic is here to try and win the first ever European Games. He's not going to give up. And he's a nightmare. He's one of these guys that just hangs around. And he was 8-1 down, Adrian.
Yep, and he's full of energy, isn't he? He's not going to slow down. He doesn't look tired at all.
Nope.
He's got plenty of energy to expend, and Braganca knows he's going to have to be really on his game now and on his mettle.
Yep.
There's no easy finish to this game, but he thought he might have had. Another point scored there. But the Kallio is called. We've got a Kyungo, and is that point going to be taken off? Yeah, there it is, because he hit after Kallio.
And that could prove pivotal down the stretch here. That other Kyungo hanging over the head of Braganca.
Yeah.
If there's another deduction, it would go to 8-6.
We've got a card coming in here.
Not holding. He's saying no, there was no holding on the inside. So he's going to have to be... Well, he's put himself into the hands of the judges here.
Well, I'm not sure that you're allowed to claim for this anymore. I'm not sure that this is allowed under the new rules.
Well, what happened is the Kyungo was actually given because the kick was after Kallio. Kallio means to stop. So as you can see there, the hand comes in slow.
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually after he'd said stop. So the referee says stop, then the kick goes in. So Thomas Bosser's got his work cut out here.
Yeah. The trouble is, he said holding, and I think, you know, you're allowed to say no. You see, that's not allowed. You cannot.
The coach should have said no Kyungo.
Yeah,
and let them work it out.
Because that's an ever by the official. You are allowed to use a card for that. But meanwhile, 30 seconds to go, and Gladovic is absolutely all over Braganca here. This has really turned into a bit of a street ball at the moment.
Big brawl in Baku here.
Gladovic gets a Kyungo for that, so...
And Braganca doesn't. I think the electronic protectors come loose. Oh no, it's the body armour has come loose.
Make sure which side is red, Mr. Referee.
As the other coach puts him into a headlock, stops him.
But that's fascinating. We can just talk about it for a second. There are very strict rules now about the video. Oh, we won't talk about it too much, but yeah, he definitely made a big mistake. That may hurt Braganca. We'll see. Oh, was that a head kick? It was.
Perfect execution, perfect timing. That's going to be enough for Braganca. He'll take this Kyungo, no problem.
Yeah, he's happy now.
For stepping out of the ring. Good bit of old-fashioned hand signals there from the referee. Dropped that one in there.
Well, what a great head kick there from Braganca. Just when it looked as if Gladovic was really settling in for a grandstand finish. And now Braganca can play in defensive mode. He can go run around if need be. It doesn't matter if he collects another... You probably will collect another Kyungo for this, but it doesn't matter. Tries a spectacular reverse head kick. He'll take a Kyungo, but time is out, and Braganca is going to win, and he is through to the semi-final. And Gladovic gave it everything. You know, he's obviously very disappointed. He absolutely put everything into that fight. And you know, he did make a fight of it. At 8-1, when he got those 4 points, it was suddenly game back on, and Braganca had to step up to stay ahead in that bout.
No question about it. Ray Braganca, he knows he's been in a fight, and he took a couple of dull ones in the leg as well, so he'll have to recover for his next match.
Well, what about that was? That was class through and through, and Ray Braganca will go and face Mohamed Ketbi, the Belgium. We've got a bout between the world number 3 and the world number 4 to come in our second semi-final. In fact, that will be the last bout on at the end of this session. So we have 4 semi-finals to come. Well, what about that was? And well, I'm sure the director here, the replay operator, he must have been spot for choice. His instruction: can you give us 5 or 6 replays of action? Just choose any random time. There you go. He's filling us up with lots and lots of fighting. Oh, there's the head kick. What a beautiful move from Braganca. And hello, Mr. Portugal.
Yeah, Hugo Chiral.